Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Boxing Disciple 17 here. The newest in boxing news, the realest in boxing news. No bullshit here. We're not biased site. We're just straightforward information for the YTBC world. I'd like to clarify that this is not just for, hardcore boxing fans. This is for everybody. Casual fans. You guys don't know anything. You guys can come over here, listen to what I have to say. Know that it's the right stuff. Know that it's good information that you can take home with you. You can process. Also, please hit me up. Subscribe. The only way to get a voice across is to get those subscribers. So people know about me. You guys can tell me what I can fix, what I can't fix. Help me out here, too, because I'm growing just like you guys are growing, and I want to get the best stuff out there. I love the YTBC world, but there are a couple sites out there a little biased. You can tell in how they speak. You can tell in what they say. You can tell that they're wrong, but they're trying to spin it so they're right, and that's not what I want to do here. So please, guys, subscribe. Tell people about me. Boxing Disciple 17. A lot of sites I respect out there, but they're a little biased. You got Flomos, like BK Warriors 1, respect him a lot though, love when he pops his videos, but he's very pro-Floyd. You got Blood Boxing, is very anti-Floyd. You have a pro-Mexican out there in D-Style Boxing. He's all about Mexican fighters. Just all these guys are kind of biased towards these other people. An example would be that D-Style actually thought Canelo would beat Floyd or give him a run for his money, give him a lot of hard he's pro-Mexican, so I'm not going to hate on him. But you know what I'm saying? A couple guys just make no sense. So let me jump right into it. Talk about the biggest fight that's been on everyone's mind for what? Last 5 years? Going on 6. Talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. I think this fight, yes, is still relevant. A lot of people are arguing. A lot of people are saying it's not. A lot of people, trying to find ways around it. Trying to go, oh, Floyd's awesome. He doesn't need to sink to that level. And just, I don't know if that's people, nervous. They don't want Floyd to fight this guy because he's had a couple losses. It wouldn't do anything for Floyd's career to fight him, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. All I know is that, in my opinion, this fight needs to happen. It should happen. Bob Arum, Richard Schaefer, Golden Boy, stop the BS, stop the arguments, stop everything, make this fight happen, make it the #1 priority. I don't care about any other fight. I'm very happy in how HBO and Showtime are handling their business, so to speak. I respect it. But this is the best fight you can make. Make it happen. Let's do it. #1 needs to be done. Okay, because you have two of the greatest fighters of the generation, the two best. And that they haven't fought right now and they're in the same weight class is a travesty. This would have never happened in the 70s, back in the heyday of boxing, whenever. This would have never happened. Where you have two of the greatest boxers in the same weight class ducking each other. And, I also think it's bullshit. It is bullshit. When somebody says, oh, Pacquiao ducked him, oh, Mayweather ducked him. Facts are facts. They're out there for you guys to go see, all right, on what happened. But also, it takes two guys. They both ducked each other. If one of them really wanted the fight to happen, it would have happened. Trust me. That's how it was back in the day, and that's how it should be today. Okay? Everyone should fight each other. And it is like that today. You can fight anybody. So they ran from each other. Okay, whatever reason, I'm not going to get into that. That could be hours-long video. You guys want to hear that one? Somebody wants to come at me and debate me. I know what side I'm taking, and we can start doing that. But as for now, that's a different chapter for a different time. But they ducked each other. They need to fight each other. They need to put this bullshit aside, and they just need to get in the ring. I mean, in the 70s this wouldn't have happened. Back in the day, guys went to each other's fights. They stood in the crowd. They put a finger to the chest and they said, come get some. Step outside with me. That's what needs to be done today. There's a lot of guys out there too. YTBC, whatever you may, people, saying that Manny needs to fight, somebody else. He needs another fight before he can step on up with Floyd. Let me tell you something about what he needs. He doesn't need anything. He's ready. Look at his record, look at his resume, and look at some of the guys Floyd's fought. Look at some of the guys who, in my opinion, did not deserve it half as much as Manny Pacquiao deserves it right now, who got a shot at Floyd, who got a shot at him, and it's like, really? Like Robert Guerrero, he switched divisions. He got that BS win over Berto, where he was holding him the whole fight, and we all saw Berto's not all that. I mean, just like, it kind of is shocking to me how people are saying Manny doesn't deserve this fight, but you guys weren't saying that when Floyd was fighting these guys I've never even heard of. When he was fighting Guerrero, people were like, I was like, who? Nobody in the world would be like, who, if they announced Manny Pacquiao. So this deserving stuff is just a bunch of crap. The number one guy Floyd should fight is Manny Pacquiao. The number one guy Manny Pacquiao should fight is Floyd Mayweather. It's as simple as that. This fight should happen. This fight would be great. It's going to sell over 2.4 million pay-per-view buys. It will shatter the De La Hoya Mayweather contest. It's ready to happen, guys. Let's do it. Let's break the chains off whatever the situation is, and let's keep, as fans, fighting against all these other matches. I'd like to applaud everyone out there for not buying the Pacquiao-Brandon Rios fight, because let's be honest, that was a bullshit fight. Was it a nice fight to watch? Did Manny kill him? Was it good to see? Was it cool to see? Yeah, of course. Boxing always is. I love boxing. I'll never run away from it. Floyd could fight Carlos Molina. He could fight anyone. I'll watch it. Same thing with Manny. Manny could fight a Brandon Rios coming up in weight from 140, coming off a loss. I'll still watch it. But let's be honest. We know who's going to win these fights. They keep putting these A fighters against these C fighters. And they keep, with the 24/7s and the all-access shows, they keep hyping up these guys, and they keep making this C fighter look like a B fighter on the rise, and they make the champion look weak, and something has happened to him, and he's not physically, mentally there. It's all BS. It's all sales. It's all marketing. We all love marketing, but we need it to sell products, and they needed to sell these guys. They needed to sell the pay-per-view buys. And I think as fans, we're educated enough, we're mature enough, we're there where we understand we're not going to take this bullshit anymore. Alright, I've been watching boxing for years, and I'm disgusted, and I'm sick and tired of seeing Floyd fight bums, Manny fight bums. The two best fighters in the world, for the longest, and in my opinion now, they're two of the top 4 guys, 2 of the top 3 guys. They're in the same weight class. I don't understand why this is such a tough fight to make. They're in the same weight class. This isn't like one guy's a heavyweight, or one guy's 130, one guy's 147, and maybe a bit tougher. They're in the same weight class. Please, make this fight happen. I would pay anything to see this fight. I know my friends would. I know my colleagues would. I know other people in the YTBC, community would. You got to make this fight happen. I want to see it happen. And I want to see who the best motherfucker is. I want to see the best fighter. For the longest time we can sit here, and me, for example, I think Floyd would win. But that's a subjective opinion. And all of us have them. And you can all say on your YTBC channels, you can all say, oh, but I have facts. And I have, oh, but Manny did this and that fight. And look how Floyd did that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because we don't fight fights on paper. Fight them in the ring. And I can date back and name examples of fights in the past where we all thought, why is this even happening? How many of us thought, why is Mike Tyson fighting Buster Douglas? He's going to kill him. He knocked out a guy that beat Douglas in 4 rounds. So what kind of crap is this? Well, we had the fight, and look what happened. All I'm saying is that styles make fights. We don't know what's going to happen on fight night. We have no clue. Just because what we see outside the box does not at all, change what happens inside the box. You guys know what I mean? This fight needs to happen. The fans need to see it. I don't want to see, in 4 or 5 years, some post-retirement bullshit where they try to get this together and each guy's over 40, and I'm sitting here going, what the hell am I watching? It's like that De Niro Stallone movie coming out. I don't want to see old men duke it out. These guys are still, in their element. They're not in their prime, but they're still there. They're still cocking heat. They're still popping power out there. Come on. Manny had that loss against Marquez, got knocked out clean. I understand, but he looked good in the fight, didn't he? He knocked Marquez down. He looked good. He beat Bradley, even though, the judges were blind that night. Let's do it. Mayweather's been doing what he does best, being the greatest fighter there is, and beating everybody up that they put in front of him. Everybody said Canelo would bust him. Canelo couldn't do shit. Alright, he played with Canelo. Let's throw a guy in there who Floyd can't play with, who he can't toy with. And if he can, great for him, but I want to see it. I want to see two warriors in their prime, A-plus athletes, A-plus boxers go at it. I'm sorry, but what would boxing be today if Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali never happened? Can you think about that? If that fight had never happened, but those two kept, it kept going in circles that it was going to happen, we would have been denied the greatest trilogy of all time. Their third fight is considered the best fight ever. Their first fight is considered top 5 of all time. Come on. Boxing would not be the same without those fights. And I guarantee you, in the future, boxing will not be the same if we do not get Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. This fight needs to happen. Fans, please, colleagues, YTBC channels, go with me. Fight with me. Let's go against everything. Let's go against Bob Arum and his pack of goons. Let's go against Golden Boy. Let's push the envelope, because we as fans pay these guys salaries. They're living in these huge homes and they have all these hoes because of us. So let's do what we do best. Let's speak up. I guarantee you we speak loud enough, we yell strong enough, and this fight will happen. Please, guys, this is me signing off saying Floyd versus Manny 2014, book it. Take care, guys.